Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. I'm here with Whitney Kuhlin, a global educator. Whitney is working in the higher education, and right now she's teaching in six different colleges and universities in the United States and globally, and has more than 15 years of experience in this field. Welcome, Whitney. Nice to have you
Welcome.
with me today.
Welcome. Thank you for having me. And I'm with Maria Papazoglou, and she is a global career coach, and she has trained with clients all over the world.
Thank you. Thank you for the introduction, Whitney. So, we are here in Chicago and we would like to talk about what really passionates us the most, which is topics like leadership and human resources. This is your favorite topic, isn't it?
Yes, so I enjoy talking about leadership and management and human resources. And as we were talking, there's some global trends that we see all over the world.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. That's nice. So, Whitney, what we will share today has not only to do with the United States or Greece. We are going to discuss about global trends and how things work in the workplace all over the world. One of the first topics that I would like to talk about is that people, especially younger people, they quit their jobs so easily. The average duration of stay in one job for young people is how long?
So, on average, people tend to stay about 3 years, and it's less for younger people, a little bit more for older people. And so, what we'd like to talk about today is some ways that employers can kind of move the needle on that and help with retention by the way that they treat their employees.
Wow, that's a very nice that you said. The way they treat their employees, you said. Is that what matters the most?
So when we look at people that do tend to stay the longest, it's people that are happier in their work environment. And so we want to talk about leadership and psychological safety and some of the factors that we've seen that can help
Mhm.
improve retention.
So, what can we do in order to improve the workplace environment so that employees can stay longer in the company and can also feel more fulfilled in their job?
So one of the first ways is just building a personal connection with employees. And it can be as simple as, Maria, I saw that you went to the botanical gardens the other day.
I did
How was that?
on a wonderful sunny day in Chicago. That was amazing. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, so just building a small personal connection can be so helpful to have employees really feel seen and to build that connection with that person.
Hmm. So, practically, we are on a Monday morning and we have the whole week ahead. What's the one thing we can do to build a better connection between the manager and the member of the team?
It can be as simple as how was your weekend?
Okay, okay,
And obviously we have work to do, we have an agenda,
yeah,
but just taking the time to build a personal connection can make a difference.
amazing. What else?
And also, I would say, clear goals, setting clear expectations for what we're going to work on this week so that employees really understand how to prioritize the different tasks that they have on their plate.
Hmm. So you mean to have a more direct, clear communication and explain to our team members exactly what should do, which is the goal and which is the priorities.
Yes,
Yeah.
because most of us have, our daily tasks on our plate, but then we also maybe have time sensitive projects. And so sometimes employees have a hard time knowing, what to prioritize first. And so management can really help by setting clear communication and setting clear goals as far as what to prioritize.
Okay. Is it always easy to set them the priorities, because things are changing every day, every moment, I would say, during our working day? Is it possible, and what should the leader do about it?
So the leader also needs to think about their own priorities and their own agenda and what's going on in their life. And so, one of the things we were talking about earlier is that, there could be a weather event or there could be, some event that could come up. And so it's helpful both ways for the employees to understand what the manager's dealing with
Yeah,
and also for the manager to adjust maybe based on the circumstances, both professional circumstances that come up as well as personal ones.
great. So it is clear goal setting and communication, but also adaptability with what occurs during the working day or the
Exactly.
week.
Exactly.
That's wonderful. So far, we have said two great topics about how to improve the workplace so that our employees, our most precious asset, can stay longer in a company. Is there a third one?
Oh, a third one that we were really kind of talking about that kind of combines the first two is having empathy. And that kind of goes both ways again. Understanding maybe the timing of what's going on and also understanding maybe what's going on in someone's life, whether that be a good event or a stressful event. And so again, with that adaptability and with that human connection and balancing the professional considerations, having empathy for the people that we're leading.
Empathy. We hear and read so much about empathy during the last years. How would you recognize empathy, both in a leader or a team member? How would you recognize that? What would you like to see so that it makes you say, okay, he has a good skill, he's empathetic?
I think what we've seen, particularly as we come out of the global pandemic, is that people want to work in an environment where they feel psychologically safe. And that could mean safety to make mistakes, that could mean safety to learn from our mistakes, and that could also mean that we feel like we can be our authentic selves and we feel a sense of belonging. And so, again, it could be as simple as, saying good morning or saying good afternoon or acknowledging. One of the things we talked about too is like being appreciative, saying thank you
Mm-hmm.
can make such a difference because I think so often we expect so much of one another in the workplace, and sometimes we don't always thank people for the work that they've done, and so having that gratitude can be an important part of that as well.
So I would, if you allow me, put this as a fourth important step to do. Show appreciation and be grateful to whatever the members of the team have to offer. And as you say, this is not common practice. It might be common sense, but it's not always common practice.
Yeah, one of the classes that I teach is called Human Relations and Team Building. And time again, what students share with me is that they just want someone to say thank you.
Yeah.
And sometimes, a manager might even leave for the day and not even say goodbye to their team.
Really?
And so, it doesn't have to take hours and hours, but just a simple, good morning or a simple how was your weekend or a simple thank you for for staying late yesterday can really go a long way in making people feel recognized and making people feel appreciated.
That's nice. Thank you so much. Would you like to wrap up those four?
Yes. So we talked about, building a personal connection. We talked about,
Clear
clear
communication.
communication, setting clear goals. We talked about having empathy for, adjusting, based on circumstances or timing. And then we also talked about, having appreciation for people.
Wonderful. I have so much to ask you. I think I'm going to do it to the next video. So stay tuned. Write down in the comments below what would you like us to talk about in our next videos, because we will go on filming some very helpful stuff for you with Whitney when I'm going to be back to Greece. Anything else?
Yeah, we would just love to hear from you because we definitely want to continue the dialogue and share additional content that we've seen, both in the workplace and from a career coach perspective as well as from an education perspective.
Thank you so much. See you at the next video.
Thank you.
See you. Bye-bye.
Ciao.